Mark Lowry, second year. Sally's been part of the staff the last 3 years. Native of England, 31 years old, but already showing signs of what should be a promising coaching career.
Yeah, extremely hardworking, very good preparation games, both for himself and for his opponents. Has always done a real good job getting an opportunity now to run the whole show.
It's always been one of my dreams to get to this level. Started off in youth soccer in academies, where it's very important to teach the game and to coach, but I got into the tactics side of it very early, and that became a passion, you know, breaking down teams and scouting and that type of thing, and finding ways to win games of soccer. So eventually I knew I wanted to be a head coach in the men's game, and doing it at a place like Jacksonville, it's an absolute pleasure. It's a beautiful place to be. Got a great group of guys, and I've been at the club now for almost 2 years. Assistant coach role initially, with about 14 games to go. Last season I took over as a head coach, and we won some games. We were successful. We play an attractive, exciting brand of soccer, and I'm just honoured to have the privilege of doing it again this season. I actually did most of my coaching in this country. I mean, I spent some time at academies in England very briefly, you know, local ones to where I live. But moving over here probably 10, 11 years ago now, the first professional club I was at here was Orlando City. Worked with their 14s, 15s, 16s, all the way up to their 18s and reserve team, the 23s. That not only did that enable me to get out there and coach and deliver sessions and teach players, it also gave me a good understanding of the soccer environment here is very different to the one back home. So it doesn't always work coming from another country and working at a high level there. It doesn't always translate and transfer accurately to this country because it's a different environment altogether. Soccer's very different here. The landscape's very different. For me, it was probably more important to come here and start working here at a professional club to learn how clubs operate from the front office all the way through to the soccer side of things. So for me, it was a great learning curve. You learn your trade almost when you spend time initially with the younger age groups. You look at some of the top coaches in the world. You know, Guardiola spent time with Barcelona B team. You know, they've come up working with either reserves or academy teams initially. Patrick Vieira at New York City FC spent time at Man City's academy. So you get to get involved and get your hands dirty. Learn how to deliver sessions, how to deliver information. And generally when you work with children who aren't as aware tactically maybe as adults, you really have to become a master of passing on information to them, which does help when you get to work with the older players. It becomes easier almost because they're a little bit more intelligent, a little bit more mature. They can understand information a little bit better. So if you can master that early on with the younger ages, it actually transitions nicely to when you want to work with the older players because they grasp it a little bit quicker. I never go away from that philosophy. You know, every day we deliver sessions that make the players better, that teach the players concepts of the game, the way we want to play it, the way we see it. Even though they're men, and I've been doing this a long time, they thrive on that. They thrive being given information. They want to learn, they want to expand their knowledge and become better players. So it really does go hand in hand. I mean, if that's your goal, to work with men, to work at the highest level, then I definitely do recommend starting off with the younger age groups and learning your trade down there, because it definitely does translate. It's helped me transition to work with the older players. For me, it was, as a player, I was a player that wanted to have the ball on the floor. I wasn't the biggest physically, so when the ball was in the air and it became a fight, it wasn't enjoyable. So there's a part of that. I want to have a team that I would probably enjoy playing in myself. And also, from the perspective of a coach, I want to have a team on the field that I enjoy watching. And whenever I watch on TV and games that I watch, it's teams like Barcelona, like Manchester City now, like Liverpool, like the Real Madrids, those teams that possess the ball. For me, it's all about keeping the ball. And I want to sit on the side of the field, watching or coaching the game, and be on the team that has the ball more often than not. I believe that gives you a better chance of winning games. I believe it's more exciting for the fans, and it's definitely more enjoyable for the players. And you can ask those guys in there, they want to play on this team because of our style of play. The Kevon Georges, the Nicholas Marapus, the Mishaks, that they want to be on a team now that keeps the ball. They don't want to be on a team where they don't touch the ball very often. So we give them that. We allow them to go and get on the ball and to build our possession and to build from the back. And we believe in that, and we've got a group of guys now that believe in that as well. And for me, it's the best way to play. It's the most enjoyable way to play, and I do believe it brings success. Having a game plan and following through with it and just believing in it. You know, even when things are going wrong, even in games when you're 1-0 down, even when you've maybe lost 2-3 games in a row, believing in what you do every day, having a consistent game plan, a consistent message with the players, and knowing that eventually it'll bring success, it'll bring goals, it'll bring enjoyment again. And I believe that that's what we try and do every day. We try and give them a plan. We try and give them an understanding of how we want to play, and it's just a case of getting better at it every week. And the better we are at it, the more chance we have winning games.